Okay, so we're going to be looking at expanding double brackets using the distributive law. So remember, when we're expanding brackets, we're multiplying out. So we're going to multiply everything in the first set of brackets by everything in the second. When we're doing this, we can use either the linking method or the grid method. So I'm going to start with the linking method. That's called FOIL when we're using it with double brackets. So FOIL stands for first, outside, inside, last. So that means that we're going to be linking for first, we're going to link the first item in the first set of brackets with the first item in the second. So here we're going to link the x in the first set with the x in the second bracket. So x multiplied by x gives us x squared. Then we look at the ones on the outside. So that's the x in the first set and the 3 in the second set. Remember that is equal to a plus 3. So x times positive 3 gives me positive 3x. Okay, so then we have inside. So we're going to multiply the 2 that are on the inside for each of them, which is the positive 5 and the x. So 5 times x is positive 5x. And then we're going to multiply the 2 items that are last in each of the brackets. So that's the 5 and the 3. So 5 times 3 gives me positive 15. Then I need to look to see if I have any like terms. And in here I have positive 3x plus 5x, which gives me positive 8x. Everything else just drops down. So that means the x squared drops down and the plus 15 drops down. And then we're done. So I'm going to do another example, another one with all positives. So just to demonstrate again. So I'm going to do the first. X times x gives me x squared. Then the outside is x times 10, or positive 10, which gives us plus 10x. Then I'm going to do the inside, which is 2 times x, or positive 2 times x, which is plus 2x. And then I'm going to do the last, which gives us 2 times 10, or positive 2 times 10, which gives us plus 20. Then, as before, I need to check to see if I've got any like terms, which in this case I have positive 10x plus 2x gives me positive 12x. Everything else drops down, as before, so we have x squared plus 2x plus 20, and we're done. Now I'm going to demonstrate one with a negative. The process is exactly the same. So I do the first, x times x is x squared. Then I do the outside, which is x times positive 10, so plus 10x. Then I have to do the inside, which is negative 2 times x, which gives me negative 2x. And then I have to do the last, which is negative 2 times positive 10, which gives me negative 20. Again, I look for like terms, which is positive 10x, take 2x, gives me 10 take 2 is 8, so positive 8x. Again, everything else has to drop down, so I have x squared plus 8x take 20. And then we're done for that one. As you can see, this one's very similar to the last one. So instead I've got x plus 2 times x take 10. So again, doing the first, x times x is x squared. Then I do the outside, which is x times negative 10, is negative 10x. Then I do the inside, which is positive 2 times x, gives me positive 2x. And then I do the last, which is positive 2 times negative 10, which gives me negative 20. So for this one, I'm again collecting my like terms. I now have negative 10x plus 2x, which gives me negative 8x. Everything else drops down as it does normally. So we've got x squared, take 8x, take 20, and we're done for that one. Now I'm going to do one where our numbers here are both negative. Again, the process is still the exact same. We have first x times x is x squared. We have outside x times negative 10 is negative 10x. We have inside negative 2 times x is negative 2x. And we have last, which is we have negative 2 times negative 10 gives me positive 20. We need to collect our like terms. We have negative 10x, take 2x gives me negative 12x. Everything else drops down. So I've got x squared, take 12x plus 20. Okay, the exact same process is used if we have one of the pronumerals different to the other one. So I'm just going to give you a demonstration of that as well. So I have x take 2 times a take 10. So again, I do first x times a, ax. That's first. Outside, x times negative 10 is negative 10x. Inside, negative 2 times a is negative 2a. And last, negative 2 times negative 10 is positive 20. Because there are no like terms there, we've got ax take 10x take 2a plus 20. We actually leave it at that. There's nothing else that I can do. Now, sometimes we also have inside, we have coefficients of our pronumerals. So I'm going to give you a demonstration of that one as well. So for this one we have 3x plus 2 times x plus 10. So again, we do the exact same process. First, outside, inside, last. So we do first 3x times x gives me 3x squared. Then we have outside, which is 3x times positive 10 is positive 30x. Then we have inside, which is 2 times x is positive 2x. And last, 2 times 10, which is positive 20. We look for our like terms in this one. Do we have any? Yes, we do. We've got positive 30x and positive 2. So we need to collect our like terms there, which gives me positive 32x. Same as before, everything else drops down. We have 3x squared plus 32x plus 20. So that there is expanding double brackets using the distributive law, using our FOIL method, which is a linking method. Now, what I want to look at as well is using a grid method. So the next method for expanding double brackets is using a grid method. So the first step is to draw your grid. Now, the number of rows is the number of terms in the first bracket, then the number of columns is the number of terms in the second bracket. So our first bracket has an x and it has plus 5 as its two terms. So that means I'm going to be having 2 rows. So there's my 2 rows. And then I'm going to be having 2 columns because I have an x and a plus 2. So there's my 2 columns. So what I want to do is I need to label them, which then means that over here I'm going to have my x and my plus 5. So I'm going to have my x and my plus 5. And at the top, I'm going to have my x plus 2. So therefore, I've got x here and positive 2. Then I just multiply out. So I'm going to multiply each of my boxes. So I have x times x is here, which is x squared. Then we've got x times positive 5, or 5 times positive x. We have 5x. Then we have x times 2 at the top here. We have 2x. And then we have positive 5 times positive 2 gives me 10, or positive 10, which then when we transfer everything down, we have x squared plus 5x plus 2x plus 10. We then have to collect our like terms, which is our last bit here, which is 5x plus 2x, which gives us 7x. It's positive, so we need to put plus there. Everything else just drops down because we know it hasn't just vanished. So we end up with x squared plus 7x plus 10. So that's our grid method. We get the same answer as if we had have multiplied them out using the link method. Some people find that one easier to use, some people find that harder. It's up to you which method you use. I'm going to do one more which just has some negatives in it for you. Okay, I'm going to use the grid method for this one. So again, I need to start with drawing my grid. Because I'm going to have, for my first one, I'm going to have x plus 5. I need to make sure that I have my 2 rows. And then for the top, I have x take 2, which gives me 2 columns. So then I want to label x plus 5 and x take 2. Again, I need to multiply them out. So I have, in this one, we have x times x, which is x squared. Then we have x times negative 2, which is negative 2x. Then we have 5 times x, so I know that's positive 5x. And in our last one, we have 5 times negative 2, which is negative 10. Remember, again, everything drops down so I can see what it is that I'm doing. I have x squared, oh, that's not very good, x squared, take 2x, plus 5x, take 10. Okay, I look for my like terms. I've got negative 2x and I've got plus 5x. So negative 2 plus 5 gives me positive 3x. Again, everything's dropping down. I've got x squared plus 3x, take 10. So I'm hoping that that makes it nice and clear for you, the two methods. We have the link method where we use foil when we're doing double brackets, and for double brackets we can also use the grid method. Okay, I hope that this has been informative and you've enjoyed watching this tutorial. Anything more you'd like to have a look at, come and see us at Miss Burke Rocks. Thanks.